You've been lied to. Your time was never your own.
They printed your value away. They told you it didn't matter. But they were wrong. Owning true scarcity is the only way out of their system.
They built the system to enslave you. Now it's time to unite and break it.
Wake up. Scarcity will matter.
Scarcity will matter.
Scarcity will matter.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the weekly wrap-up report. As always, this is not financial advice, just my own take on the news of the week for entertainment purposes. If you learned something new, hit the like button for me. But I have to do a quick plug for next week's episode. Next week's episode is a must-watch episode. We will be joined by the most powerful holder of Hoge, the sexy, intelligent, funny smoke show that is the Burn Goddess. She will be dropping us with some amazing Hoge facts in her own interesting way. So please tune in next week and catch her on the first time on the weekly wrap-up report. But what an exciting week in the world of crypto. Major U.S. regulation has passed and has forever changed the future of America and probably everywhere else in the world. Bitcoin is the scarcest thing on planet Earth, and it is preparing for the ultimate move. You're either in before America or you're going to be in after America. Which one will you be? This episode, we will deep dive the recent legislation that has passed and cover the meaning of true scarcity, something mankind really hasn't experienced much. Our favorite smart contract, Hoge Finance, is a real example of true scarcity, and more people are beginning to understand what that really means. The content has been so good over the last couple of weeks, and Hoge is up 165% in the last 30 days. How awesome. Let's go. It is so exciting to see these buys rolling in. These Hoge facts I'm about to cover in the next 5 minutes will blow your mind. The community-owned Hoge.ETH wallet has grown to $177,000 this month. So cool. Last week, we talked about the strategy, He's Coming, and why it works so well for Hoge. Coinbase coming to the Coinbase offering DEX trading, so Hoge coming to Coinbase, Hoge's new movie trailer for James Wynn, and obviously the Burn Goddess. But this week, we have two major updates on that initiative. First, and most importantly, Hoge is available through the Coinbase wallet app, which is now called the Base app. So Coinbase revealed what may just be the most ambitious mobile app that has been released in years. An everything app that attempts to simultaneously disrupt Facebook, TikTok, X, Venmo, Visa, MasterCard, Google, and more. I mean, think about that. It wants to offer your financial services, your social network, your scrolling, your shopping, all through the Coinbase Base app. It's so insanely easy to buy Hoge on the Base app. You open the Base app, which used to be your Coinbase wallet, if you had one of those. You search for Hoge. It will say this asset is tradable on Base because, as you know, Hoge Finance is officially bridged to Base and Solana. So it's tradable on both of the two most popular meme chains. Then you just click buy Hoge, and then you can pay with your USD balance, any crypto you have on their ETH, or any linked bank account. So Base Hoge could start the ultimate Hoge squeeze with very, very little volume. The top trading tokens on Base are between 200 to 300 swaps a day to be considered trending. There is only 3 billion Hoge on Base, on the Base bridge, and they are tradable 1-to-1 to ETH Hoge. So if we get some real volume on Base and that price goes crazy, people will arbitrage their ETH over to Base, creating a real Base network, or Base supply, and cause the ETH price to actually go up as well. So, pretty cool. And not just that, we thought they got him. We thought James Wynn was out, but guess what? He's back. James Wynn, the famous crypto trader, is back on X and showing some real gains again. So we have a big ask from everyone in the community that supports Hoge. Please be present on X these next 2 weeks and raid all of James Wynn's X posts with Hoge content, asking him to please direct message at Hoge Finance. We have an entire game plan if he's interested to get him back in the game. Like I explained the last 2 weeks, we have a 2-part movie trailer coming out where James Wynn is being hunted by these evil market makers that are trying to liquidate him. And at the last second, when they have him and they think he's over, he calls in OG Hoge to come and save him. It's action-packed. Think Matrix meets James Bond meets Blade Runner.
Let the hunt begin.
James Wynn is looking for an ETH meme token. He even tweets about it. He's looking for an ETH meme token to get behind. And what better token than the scarcest meme token on the... I'm sorry. The scarcest meme token on chain. Hoge Finance.
Scarcity will matter.
Very, very few understand the word scarcity. It is not something we have ever had to really contemplate much in our generation. So it's almost impossible for many to actually understand what it means. If we need more food, we go to the store. If we need more clothing, we go shopping for it. There isn't a scarcity problem with everyday items. But when there is, things go nuts. When there's no toilet paper, people lose their mind. Well, imagine the world shuts down and there's 7 days of no food. That will be the scariest time of our lives. But we are not there yet, so don't worry. But understand that the everyday items we have today aren't scarce. We can basically get them whenever we want. We live in a blessed time. But the items that are provably scarce and are the items that have kept their value over the most amount of time. Fine artwork, collectible baseball cards, for example, are some very scarce things that people enjoy collecting, and that creates the value. And I say this every week. There are only 2 provably scarce things in the world. Number 1 is time. No one gets an extra minute in their day, and you never know when your time is going to run out. And the second thing is Bitcoin. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. It's provably scarce digital property. But now with blockchain, there are smart contracts that can make things provably scarce. They might not be backed by an entire energy network, but they are backed by love and people believing in a brand. People can choose to unite around a smart contract and treat them as collectibles or brands, just like trading cards and fine art. But the most important thing to understand is not all smart contracts are the same. Most of you know this, but what makes Hoge special is the unchangeable value creating smart contract. So if you're a Hoge holder, you know that every single day there will be less and less Hoge in existence, and every single day you will wake up to more Hoge in your wallet. Now tell me that doesn't make sense. With every single day, there is less of the supply in existence, and every single day you wake up to more Hoge in your wallet just for holding it. This is not a pyramid scheme. This is not holder privilege. This is permanent digital code that does this automatically for every single Hoge wallet on every single transaction. The smart contract automatically rebalances the supply every time Hoge is transferred anywhere in the world with no extra gas cost to the user. It just does it automatically. I know. It sounds so simple and it makes so much sense. Every single day, there is less Hoge in existence, and every single day, you get more Hoge in your wallet just for holding. That's not even the best part. Let's talk about how amazing the Hoge token supply spread is. Guess how many meme tokens are launched every single day on Pump.Fun on Solana? This is where I wish I had a co-host, and I could just be like, guess how many tokens are launched every single day on Pump.Fun? The answer? 20,000 to 24,000 new meme tokens are launched every single day. That is the meme competition today. No community at all, just a funny picture and a lottery ticket type play for a degen. Obviously 99.9% fail, and every trader is just looking for that one right pick to take them to Valhalla and change their entire life. So that is what makes Hoge so goddamn special. No meme token launched today can ever achieve the natural token supply spread Hoge Finance has. Hoge launched back in February of 2021 and was the first meme token on Ethereum. We were in fact the fastest growing ERC20 token ever at that time. Throughout 2020 2021, Hoge rose to a market cap of $300 million. And if it wasn't for Ethereum gas fees being $150 per transaction, Hoge Finance would have been the first billion-dollar meme token besides Doge. ETH was just not ready for Hoge back in 2021. But in 2025, you better believe it's ready. Hoge has less than 40% of its supply remaining. All the tokens are spread over 67,000 holders. The largest holder of Hoge is the community DAO wallet at 2.5% of the supply. That is it. That is the largest holder of Hoge, 2.5%. Most of these meme tokens have 60% of the supply locked up by insiders on launch that can just dump on new holders as they come. Well, that's why Hoge is different. The setup couldn't be better. Stick with me here. Hoge has been around for 4 years. It was many people's very first meme token ever. So there's always that special memory for many holders. I know personally, I got over 35 friends and family members into Hoge that are not into crypto at all today. Yes, I know. I owed a few favors after that. But it's not over yet. But how many of those 67,000 holders were the same thing? A friend getting them in during the euphoria of 2021 when we were over $100 million market cap. How many of those holders forgot all about Hoge over the last 4 years, lost their keys, never returning to crypto because they got burnt out during the bear market? The crazy part of these lost wallets, they continue to get their reflections forever, adding to the overall burnt supply. So the fact is, Hoge only has 40% of its supply remaining, and possibly half of that or more is lost and forgotten about. Many holders won't be in profit till we 20x from where we currently are and hit $100 million market cap again. That means there's not much supply to be purchased. And the first Ethereum group to figure this out will have the greatest scarcity written contract in meme coin history, backed by the most loyal and creative community. I got to give the Hoge community credit. You do not stick with a meme token that's going down this much if you do not love it. Did you know Hoge was the first community takeover ever, and the community has kept it alive, kept it different? We do not get paid. We are simply here. Everything you see at Hoge is real. We don't pay for market making. The volume is the volume. We don't pay for influencers. What you see is the community making content because they love the token and they want to bring their own value however they can. People want to be here because it's fun, entertaining, and it's a lottery ticket. The will they, won't they is too good not to participate in. And if Ethereum is going to be this massive thing that everyone is saying it's going to be, then the OG Hoge lore isn't going anywhere. Scarcity will matter. This setup, and I am explaining it, the setup I am explaining is real. I commend anyone listening to go to Hoge.Report. It is the best token dashboard you'll ever see, and it has all the information you'll ever need about the Hoge token. Understand, our liquidity is low. We know that, like most meme tokens. But the Hoge DAO.eth wallet holds the most Hoge. And as soon as we get the next viral moment, it will lock up liquidity forever for the community. If you go to Hoge.Report, you will see the holder ranking statistics. 30% of the remaining supply is held by shrimps that hold less than 50 million Hoge. The facts are the facts, and we are going to be rolling out some really fun, entertaining content in the next coming weeks. Like I said in the intro, join me next week to meet the sexy burn goddess, the largest holder in the community at 60% of the supply. I'm so nervous for this one. She is the main reason I fell in love with Hoge so much, but I'll try and keep it professional. So tune in next week for her lesson on burning supply. And then the week after that, I will have Hoge and James Wynn on the wrap-up report to premiere their new movie, He's Coming.
A meme token. You brought a dog to a war.
But the cool thing, anyone can do anything they want with Hoge. No one knows who's going to be the Hoge hero, but the fact is, one of us will eventually be. And will it be you? But let's get into the news of the week. U.S. House just passed the Bitcoin and crypto bills after confirming CBDC ban is included. So the Fed cannot create a digital bank, digital currency. U.S. House actively passes the Genius Act crypto stablecoin bill. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. Supposedly on Monday, Swift took over the ISO 2022 standard, which a lot of people attribute to XRP, HBAR, Quant. Like there's a whole network of tokens that could possibly work together, but the main one featuring XRP. And as you saw XRP have a nice run, broke its all-time high from 2017 this week. So congrats if you hold XRP. Yeah, I got a little bit I hate it, but like I'm not, you got to hold a little bit of it, right? We get it. It is what it is. But excited to see, what's coming. Obviously, the world is turning to crypto, and all this money is about to unlock and come into Bitcoin. Trump executive order to allow Americans to invest their 401k retirement savings into Bitcoin and crypto. Americans hold $9 trillion in their 401k savings. So if you tune into the Rapid Report, I've been preaching take control of your 401k. This is money you can't touch till you're 67 unless you want to and you want to pay the penalty. But if you can grow it, that penalty is free because you grew it. You invested in the right stuff with the world that's coming. But now you don't even have to think about investing in stocks or anything dumb. You'll be able to buy Bitcoin. That's all you have to do. It solves everyone's problem. You just put your 401k into Bitcoin now. So that passed. That is super exciting. But some crazy news came out. A journalist obtained a FOIA response from the U.S. Marshals revealing that the U.S. government currently holds 28,988 Bitcoin, worth only $3.44 billion. That's just 15% of the 200,000 Bitcoin it was once believed to control. I'm not saying that's the accurate number. That was reported this week. A lot of people say America owns roughly 200,000 Bitcoin, but they've been promising us an audit and an exact amount, but we haven't got it yet. But we know they got 28,988. At least we think. Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, now holds $130 billion worth of Bitcoin, making him the 12th richest person in the world. Who is he? Nobody knows. Australia just approved Bitcoin for mortgages. You can now use Bitcoin as collateral to buy a meme home. That was a bad Australian accent. You can now use Bitcoin as collateral to buy a home down under. Vanguard will never allow Bitcoin ETFs as long as I am CEO. This I promise, says the CEO of Vanguard. Sadly, my company's 401ks are through Vanguard, so the little $300 I have to keep in there, fine. I've taken control of everything else, and if you have your money with Vanguard, buy MicroStrategy if you can, but get out of there. Move it to Fidelity. Strategy this week on Monday acquired 4,225 more Bitcoin for $472 million, an average price of $111,000. And as you know, Bitcoin's at 119, so they're up $9,000 on 4,000. It's crazy. And they've achieved a Bitcoin yield of 20% year to date and now hodl over 601,550 Bitcoin. Can you believe this? They're ranked the 83rd largest U.S. company by market cap. And think of this number. The Bitcoin per share, that's the whole thing. Bitcoin yield, that is the entire game once you understand this. January 1st of 2023 was $14 a share. Or 0.00085 Bitcoin. You don't even know that. January 1st, 2024, 0.00091 Bitcoin, or $40 a share. January 1st, 2025, 0.0016 Bitcoin, or $152 a share. And now, 7 months later, it is $229 per share. That is Bitcoin yield. Absolutely amazing. And for anybody, following the GNS play here, we got a little update. So this week it closed at $1.37. Still up massively over the last week and a half. But it just, a lot of stuff happened this week. But again, it's $1.37, and they announced the first DTS shares, I want to say it was called. I didn't write that down. But as of July 17, 2025, based on VStock's data, the company has approximately 14.8 million shares held at VStock, accounting for 18.2% of the company's shares issued to shareholders. So that means 18% of the float of all GNS stock cannot be shorted against. So they released how you can DTS your own shares, which just means that you can now move them with their custodian so that it doesn't get naked shorted. And that's how you create the more of a squeeze. But if you have in a retirement account like myself, then you can't move it. Fun fact, gamers have logged more than 25 billion hours, equivalent to 2.85 million human years, playing Call of Duty, surpassing the entire timeline of human history. How crazy is that? And this actually is insane. James Webb Telescope confirms there's something seriously wrong with our understanding of the universe and reveals unknown physics exist. This cosmic conundrum challenges a foundational aspect of physics, that the rules governing the cosmos should remain constant over time. If the Hubble tension can't be explained by observational error, it could signal the need for entirely new physics, such as changes in dark energy, new forms of matter, or even modifications to Einstein's theory of gravity. So as you know, I've been talking about the Terrence Howard information where he says gravity isn't real because you remove the entire space around it. Like, it's all gonna, we don't know anything. So the amount of risk, the amount of craziness is out there. Do not stress about dumb stuff. Nothing really matters. We're all here having fun. Buy Bitcoin and just wait. Let's just see what happens. But as always, that was the wrap-up report. I hope you had some fun. Scarcity will matter. Hoge community, we need you loud on X. @JamesWin. Get ready. Make content. See you in the chats.